obviously all transgender people do not think the same. Okay, and we all know that not all transgender people have the same mindset and everything. But what this video is where it tries to teach you how to approach a situation, how to learn from other people and see from their perspective and their point of views. What they do is basically in this thing, in Jubilee, what they have is they ask a question amongst the group. There's a few people there, and they will go to a part that's in the middle. That's like, and then there's like disagree, strongly disagree, agree, like, and then there's like agree, strongly agree, very agree a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'll show where they agree and stuff like that, and where they disagree, and they'll talk about it, and we get to see how they feel and talk about that stuff like that. Let's get it. Turn it up. All right.
Gender and sex are different, and one doesn't mean the other. Like, me having a penis does not make me a man, or does not make me less of a woman.
We're pausing right there. We're already pausing right there. There's going to be some stuff that you guys are not going to agree with, and just some things y'all might agree with. We just got to watch this and understand stuff like that. It says, why did you remove the young Michael Jackson? Because he was too drippy for y'all. Michael Jackson was way too drippy for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all couldn't handle Michael Jackson's drip tonight. Like, he was just too clean. Like, you know, Michael Jackson was just way too clean. I couldn't do it, you know? If two transgender people date, does it cancel out? Jay! Alright. God dang.
Hey, yo, what did he just say?
Bro, hold on. You're on the stream, bro. Hold on. Let me make my hold on. My face not green again. Hold on, guys. My camera's gonna be back. Hold on, okay. You got to be politically correct, my guy. You got to be politically correct. I understand where they're coming from, and I know what they're trying to say. That's why I'm trying to understand even more. You know what I'm saying? Jay, shut. Jay, shut up.
You explain. You understand, and then you call me when you were done. Okay.
Alright. It said I'm not transphobic, I'm not homophobic, so I couldn't care less. You be you. That's what I'm saying. I want these people to be who they are and be them, and I honestly don't care what you identify as. Hey, you do you, and that's what we're going to talk about today. How we need these people to be them, and how we need these people to do this. You know what I'm saying? What did he say? Man, Jay, look what you just started, my nigga. You, alright, bro. Alright, you can comment though. But alright, bro.
Just so you can
hear. Alright, bro. Nah, Jay, you need to stop. They say you need to stop, Jay. They say you need to stop, bro. Oh my lord, Jay, look what you just started, my nigga. Oh my god. So let's get into the video. This video is about 6 trans people to range of their beliefs and values. Okay. Let's see.
Children are capable of understanding their gender identity.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
What y'all think? What y'all think?
I was 6 years old, and I have a clear, vivid memory of telling a friend walking down the street, I think I would have been better off born a girl.
Okay.
And I had my whole family, like half my family telling me, you can't be that. My friends telling me, you'll never be female. And a therapist telling me, like, oh, you'll never look female. Your hands are too big. Your voice is too low.
Okay.
And here I am, very female. Right. So I'd like to believe that I was right.
Yeah, I know when I was 7, I knew. But at the time, you know, that was a few years ago, and there really wasn't any source of information available. But I knew there was something different about.
Wait, what was the question? Okay, so the question was basically it was saying, can kids and children understand their gender and like stuff like that and their sexuality, basically, like what gender and stuff like that they are. I don't want to get it wrong, so 117. I'm gonna go back to it. Hold on. So yeah, children are capable of understanding their gender identity. That's what the question was asking. Children are able to vividly identify their gender or something like that. Yeah. So, what do y'all guys think? Someone in the chat, and this is a place just to talk, and I'm not bashing anybody's opinions, and I'm not gonna get mad at anybody for saying anything, because I mean, at the end of the day, everybody has their own opinion, and we're just here to learn. You know what I'm saying? Someone said I'm already pissed off. Did that boy just say because his having a dick don't make him a man? That shit made me mad. I think what they were trying to say is, I think because they're gonna get to that part of the video, but I think what they were trying to say is, that just because they have a penis and make them less of a woman because they feel like they're a woman and they've been doing taking stuff to become more of a woman and stuff like that, and just because they haven't had surgery to go to the process of becoming a, you know what I'm saying, a woman, like, you know what I'm saying, they still feel as and they still are a woman, no matter if they have a penis or not. I think that's exactly what they're trying to say. Don't don't quote me on that because I'm not sure myself. That's why we're here to learn. I know a few people who are transgender, and I love them. They're pretty cool people. They're funny people. They're chill peoples. I have nothing wrong with the LGBTQ plus community. Um, Let me clear the air. I'm not transphobic. Yes, Jay is actually not transphobic. He was just trying to be funny. Uh, so yeah, let's get to this video.
And we need to not
Some
necessarily
kids are
say,
aware of their
okay, switch
gender
everything over
identity.
right now, but we need to give them space to grow and understand what it is.
Gender roles are necessary.
Okay, now I am not educated, so y'all let me know what does gender roles mean? Like, what does that mean to have a gender role? Like, I don't know what that means, and I don't want to sound like I'm just being like, you know what I'm saying, rude. I just genuinely don't know what that means. Some kids are. Did you support them, Brent? I mean, yeah. I met them through social media. There's people that I know of and I'm friends with that are on social media that are transgender. I never have met personally a transgender in person before. But I have people online that I know who are, and I mean, let them do them. Let them be them. Who am I to tell somebody else what they can and can't do? I mean, like they can do what they want to do, and I'm there for them. You know what I'm saying? As a person, I mean, I'm not gonna say, hey, you're bad because you want to look like this and you feel as you are. Like that doesn't make sense. That's the same thing that people. I feel like that's the same people thing that people were saying back in the day. We'll talk about this later. But like, cause you know, like, some people were like, "Oh, no, you support racism." I don't know. It's just I don't know. Uh, I don't know how I would answer that question. I think about your guy and a trans female is hitting on you, and y'all get to point where y'all finna have the whoopty and she pull out a dick. I could be mad at that. I mean, respectfully, yes, right. You're mad at this. Respectfully, I feel as if you should be able to be mad at that situation. I don't, but I don't know what's politically correct stuff like that. Um, but if you think in your mind and you're not aware that they are a transgender woman and they were born with male parts, I feel as you could be mad at that because then they're like, they didn't inform you, they didn't let you know ahead of time. That's something that they should have told you so you guys could talk that out and you know what I'm saying, and know who you're hiding something from them. But let's keep going.
2, 1, go.
And we was in a room that nigga we fuck your ass.
Gender
Ew.
norms and gender constructs, like
I
growing
don't
up,
even know
they
what that
hurt me.
means.
They were like, you're a boy, you can't like dress up, you can't play with dolls. That just like made me like start to think that I wasn't made correctly or I wasn't right.
My view on gender roles as a whole is very based on my identity because, like, I'm
Oh, okay,
non-binary.
okay, okay.
There's
I get what gender roles is. Okay, I guess what it's trying to say is, um, um, Barbies are for girls, trucks are for boys. I think that's kind of what that means. Let me Google what gender roles is. Hey, no, because that's gonna get all of my series going. So I'm not doing that. Um, what is gender roles? Gender role definition. The role or behavior learned by a person as appropriated to their gender is determined by prevailing cultural norms. Traditional gender roles. Okay, I still don't understand what that means, but we can continue the video.
No like non-binary
Right.
gender role, you know. There's like female and male, and then whatever's in between you just kind of don't belong. I feel like not belonging, I'm like kind of building my own role, which is kind of weird, but like if it didn't exist at all, I wouldn't have to. No one would have to try and fit.
Right.
No one would have to build their own role.
Kinda like
And that's
George
like a lot of
Washington.
where my view on this like stems from.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw one more thing in, is about gender roles and how hard I worked for 50 plus years trying to prove to the world I was the most masculine guy in the world. I spent a literal fortune buying every cool toy I could buy so I could go out and off-road better than anybody, fly an airplane
And you
better
see
than
this, like-
anybody. Give me a hint, it doesn't work. It
Yeah.
doesn't change who's inside
Yeah.
of you. And so that whole concept of, well, you have to be this kind of
Yeah.
a person or you're not whole, is just wrong.
Okay. So basically, what that person was saying was, she was saying that when she was trying to be as masculine as a man as she really was trying to be, but it really wasn't her, and she for years she was trying to be this guy and try to live up to it and try to push it out, but she's saying that she couldn't escape who she really was. Do y'all think that? We all thinking it, but I agree with her though. Let's pop it. Wait, what does it say? General roles of society means how we're expected to act, dress, groom, conduct ourselves based upon our assigned sex. For example, girls and women are generally expected to be dressed typically feminine way to polite, accommodate. Okay, so I understand what that means. Okay. Not the dreads.
Okay, so as much as the gender roles are hurting by being so constricting, also that constriction is, a lot of that is what kind of helped me understand my trans identity. So the roles that are there, I didn't create them, but it exists. It exists. And I don't want it to exist in some of the ways that it does, but it does. Do I believe this should be widened? Yeah. So
That's one long dread
that's
in the
really what
back.
I've come to.
Gender reassignment surgery is necessary to be transgender.
What y'all think?
3, 2, 1.
What y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. Strongly disagree. A lot of them strongly. Okay, so she says in the middle, bro, Jubilee, how you gonna hit me with an ad? I need to start getting ad
This is an
blockers.
ongoing investigation.
I'll go slightly here. There we go. But it depends on the person. It very much depends
Oh,
on the person.
100%.
For me, it was
What y'all think?
kind of important.
What y'all think?
You
What y'all
know,
think?
it was
What y'all
just
think?
kind of the finishing step kind of thing. But a lot of people don't need it. The social transitions, the personal transitions and things that are much more important to people than the medical transition. But other people need that as a very important step to start their transition or finish their transition.
Before you have surgery, before you have hormones, before you tell anybody, and maybe even before like you really have a grasp of like what it is you're experiencing, you can already be your gender. My gender was female from the point that I, as a child, developed a sense of gender. I still get asked like, oh, like when you had your surgery, do you feel like a woman now? And I was like, not any more than I did last week,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. For me, I could definitely like go without it and still be 100% happy, 100% like confident as a woman. But I think it's just
don't
kind of
think
like
it's
a
necessary,
cherry
okay.
on top, and like what eventually I'm gonna need to like complete the whole circle.
Being physically female is not even in like the top 10 things that make me feel like a woman. Like me having a penis does not make me a man or does not make me less of a woman.
Okay, so
It's interesting
that's
to
where
look
that
at
came
this.
into play.
The young folk, the old folk.
Okay, so after hearing their explanation, and now that you see where that came from, what do y'all think? Now that y'all need to know where that came from, what do y'all think? You didn't know that was a thing, to be honest. You didn't know what was a thing. You don't think it's necessary? So wonder why they don't have gay Africa scared of being gay. No, it's actually like very like shunned upon, like type low key. Like they'd be like, if you say that you are in Africa, they're like, I don't know what I've heard and what I've seen. They like put you in deep mental stuff, and it's like kind of illegal, low key, high key. don't want to sound like Kardashian, and I'm not here for low key. Low key, I understand what you're saying. It's like a little, like it go. She like carry drags words. I know what you're saying. Girl, the dress is pretty. Hmm.
And that's what I've seen through the years is that it's less and less important to the young transgender people, but it still needs to be available.
Dating is difficult for me. 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like it's difficult for everybody. Too difficult for me. I'm single still. I've been single for.
Dating is very hard. The only kind of people that I attract are people that want to like fetishize trans people.
Oh.
So they'll be like, like you're so hot. I want to do this and this and this with you. But then I'm like, oh, but like let's go out in public. Let's like go to dinner or something. They're like, ooh, I don't know about all that. Like I don't want my friends to know I'm dating someone like you. And it's like they feel like they have to come out as well as someone who's attracted to like a trans person.
I agree. It's confusing for them if they say like, oh, so am I like gay or something like that? And it's like, no, because I am attracted to straight men and like straight men are like attracted to me. Do you know what I mean?
Right, right. Like liking penis and liking vagina like doesn't make you gay or straight. It's like liking a man or liking a woman makes you gay or straight.
Exactly.
It's a little weird being like not a part of the binary, so people are really like, so what am I? What are you? Like, what is this?
Where do we fit together?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think I like you, but I don't know what I like. What is this? I'm like, if you like, then take, you know?
They just want to like, they want to put like a label on everything.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
sometimes
I
we
think-
don't need that,
I just think people need to stop with like, oh, I'm attracted to men, or like, oh, this. It's like, no, you're attracted to like a human being. You're attracted to a person.
There are risks to being transgender. 3,
You agree with what she said?
1, go.
I didn't hear the question.
Transitioning is dangerous.
Yeah,
Transitioning
100%.
is not easy. Like I've been beaten. I've had death threats. I've had sexual assault.
Oh my gosh.
Someone threatened me of that. And I'm privileged in this community because of my race, because I transitioned younger. And the biggest problem is that trans women of color are the ones being murdered in this country. That, like, trans people of color are the ones at risk. And this is the real issue that people need to know about. But like,
did I skip over something?
Are the ones being murdered in this country. That, like, trans people of color are the ones at risk. And this is the real issue that people.
Braylon, I'm streaming right now. I'm live.
Okay, hey, Bray.
Hey, Bray.
Went to the park.
That's cool. I know. I heard that you guys went to the park. I saw. Mommy called me.
Need to know about. But like, it is totally worth it because you just, I mean, there's no life outside of this.
That's definitely real.
Okay, so someone said, oh, it's Jay. I feel like since I was straight male, it shouldn't be a problem with me liking only girl. And it shouldn't be a problem. And that's not a problem. I feel like as if you only like that, then that's only what you like. I mean, that's not a problem at all. There shouldn't be a fuss or fight about what you like, you know what I'm saying? Or what anybody else does. Kind of feel like what she said. I feel like dating should be. I mean, I feel like that's like for everybody, like high key, low key, like everybody, like it's hard to date everybody. Like me, if I try to date somebody, it's hard because I'm a vegetarian, and you know, girls like to eat. You know what I'm saying? They be like, I want this shrimp. I want this. I mean, I can give them the shrimp. You know? They be like, I want lobster. I want steak. I want hamburgers. I want wings. But I don't eat any of that. I eat leaves. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of hard for me, you know what I'm saying, as a person to date somebody, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like dating is hard all around, low key, high key. Brand, do you believe that girl with white clothes we see without being on mood swings? Huh? I don't know what that means. I don't. Can you explain that? Why do they go get death threats? It's dumb. It was correct. Getting so different, and that's just the thing. People just like back in the day before when slavery was around, and like people who were not of color was like saying going opposing that was like, oh, I think that they deserve the same rights as us because they are very much people like we are. They were getting death threats. They were getting hung. They were getting killed and stuff like that. And they were being accused of witches and stuff, like being witches and stuff like in Harlem witch trials and stuff like that because they didn't agree with what everybody else agreed with. And I feel like this is the same thing. One of the same things. Not everybody's agreeing with what they believe and what they see and how they feel. So then feel like people are out here doing that and be like, well, let's get rid of them all. And then like it's not gonna happen that way because there's still people who will come out the womb and feel as if they were born with different parts. It's no, you know what I'm saying? They were born with something that they were not supposed to have. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just you know, people try to force into people onto people. I understand that you're doing, but I'm not meant to try to you. They say, do you think the girl in the white acts like she has period? Oh, um, I don't know. I feel like she, I feel like she'd be vibing probably. I don't know. She probably be getting lit. You can hear by her voice and she talk like this and like she's like girly girly. So like she probably be getting lit, bro. She'd be like, yeah. She be getting lit. Let's continue with the video.
That's real.
Because
So
this is a
the
big
fear
topic.
of violence from others, yes, that's a risk. But I don't know. There's risks playing the stock market. There's a
That's what I'm
risk
saying.
when you eat that
There's a
McDonald's.
risk
Everything's a risk
for everybody, yeah.
nowadays. But I feel like what's really worth it was my mental
I like
health.
what he's saying.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take because that's the real death.
I love my body.
Okay.
3,
So let's see. Because there's a lot of people who are not transgender that don't love their body too, but I want to see what they're thinking, if they're confident or not with
Yeah,
their
we'll
body.
go all for it.
Because so he's confident, she's confident, she's kind of
In
confident.
my case, I really
She's very
agree
not.
because this is the body I got. And one of the biggest things I did for myself was all during my cross-dressing days. I used to put on all the crazy foundation wear, trying to squeeze myself into something that I didn't fit in. And I looked at myself one day and I said, you know, you look as good as X number of regular women. Have I made a few changes? Yes, but that doesn't change the fact that I love who I am and love my physical presence.
And that is a very good point. No matter who you are, that is a very good point. And everything. 2K works again. Bet I'm gonna be playing after this straight. You know what I'm saying? Gazer again. Hold on, but we gotta get serious. Um. Um. So yeah, most definitely. But no, what I'm trying to say is, that's something a big thing for everybody to know that you need to love yourself no matter what. I used to hate on myself because I used to wear glasses, but my eyes corrected themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I hate on myself because of my skin. It was a lot worse than what it is now. It was like really bad. I used to hate on myself because I was just the way I was just built. I was just built different. I had my legs and like not as much in the arms. You know what I'm saying? I used to didn't like so, but then once I got to a point where I was just like, bro, and I had to like find a way to, you know what I'm saying? Then, Grace, can you be quiet a little bit? I'm streaming, Grace. All right, and you guys gotta. I wish I had her confidence. That's what I'm saying. She just genuinely believes she's that girl. Like, I can't say the B word. I'm not saying the B word. She's that B word. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody should just feel that way, no matter what you look like, who you are. I feel like it's easier to say it than do it. But that's something that you just practice with yourself and you just meditate. You learn more about yourself, what you like to do, what you like to eat, what you want to do with your life, and just help yourself and how to help yourself and better yourself.
It's just so hard. It's so hard because like being told like women have this and women look like this and women, and it's like, then I don't look like that. So I must hate my body then because my body is what keeps me from looking like a woman. But then I like get out of that like toxic mindset. And I'm just like, wait.
Because
I am a woman.
Because social media and everything around you will tell you what to look for, or so it'll tell you all this stuff like that. But is that really real? You know, it's not. social media, I will post the best looking pictures of me. I will choose from pictures of that and then find the best ones that look best of me. You know what I'm saying? And then post those. I'm not picking the worst ones of me. I'm not posting the worst videos of me. Or I'm editing videos on YouTube. Say I'm editing on YouTube. I edit videos to make everything look better. I don't leave the bad stuff in. And you can look at people's life like David Dobrik. Oh, dude, he's freaking loaded. He's got all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And watch spiritual. I watch the spiritual so gazing, but until you know what I'm saying, you realize that stuff is fake, and you can't base yourself off of somebody else because you're not them. You are you, and you find out what's best for you. That's when you start loving yourself.
I had said strongly agree, but that's not the truth. And the truth is that I love my mind, I love my life, but there are days that I have where my self-esteem issues are so bad that I can't leave the room. And I almost didn't even go to my college graduation because I was like, I'm not female enough to graduate college or something. Okay. And all that being said, I have no regrets. That was the thing. Because
it's mind
if
over
I hadn't
everything,
transitioned,
man.
I just wouldn't have
your
a life
mind is
at all.
what, you know.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't transgender. 3, 2, 1, go.
Literally me. Literally me.
My man's sliding.
No.
I often have told people that, you know, this is not something I would wish purposefully on my worst enemy.
Okay.
You know, it's
Is it a
not
bad thing?
pleasant.
Oh.
You go through all sorts of interesting changes. It cost me my spouse that I love dearly.
Oh.
But it was so important to me that it had to happen that I'm pleased that I did it. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life.
This is a serious question. I'm asking you guys this question. Don't want to, you know what I'm saying, come off rude, like mean or something, or anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking a genuine, serious question. What you doing? What you doing if your husband or wife comes home to you, tells you that they feel and they've been feeling like this for a long time, but have been in denial, like him, or her, because back when it was a guy, when she was a guy, or had not came out yet. I'll just say her. She felt as if she was in the wrong body. What are you guys doing if your significant other, your spouse, comes back and says that they feel like they were in the wrong body in life and that they feel like they should change their gender? How are you going to react to that? You guys been married X amount of years, 10 plus years, because she seems like she probably was married 10 plus years. How are you going to react to that? You have kids. How are you going to react to that? You even Chinese fellow watching this. I really have some problem what I want to become in the future. Have no business with school. Future have no business with school, but I just can't stop school. What do y'all think? What should I do? Okay, and that's a good question. Honestly, just me being me. What I want to do in life doesn't require college either. Um, I want to be able to act and model, and when my social media takes off, I want to do social media full time and stuff like that too. That doesn't require college. To act, you don't need a degree. To model, you don't need a degree. But what I'm saying is, I feel like Jay is a good person to talk to about this because he was in that situation. Me personally, if you ask me, I would say, um, um, shoot, my lagging still, my lagging still. Okay, I would just say, shoot, I'm gonna just say, you do what you think is best for you. I would finish out high school first, just so you have, or even if you drop out, you get your GED or something like that, but be able to have something to fall back on. But that's just me. But if you really want to do something, you do it. Like put your head to it, your mind to it. You just do it. You be who you want to be, what you want to be, what you want to do. You shouldn't let anybody else tell you what to do or what you should be doing and stuff like that. It's you and yourself. And if you're a spiritual dude and you believe in God, it's you and your relationship with God. But if you're not, it's you and yourself or whoever your God is. Or if you don't have one, just you and yourself. You know. But I'm saying, let you have to think on that for a while and stuff like that. But do what you feel like you should be doing. You wouldn't care. You would still love them. Okay, so you would let them go through the process. Might lagging. I know it's lagging. I'm trying. I don't know what it is. Um, it might be because all these freaking things on the Wi-Fi now. Um, um, hey yo, I'm gonna get off the still whatever. I'm staying on live though, but I don't know. It just yeah, take a risk. Yeah, can still love them. I wouldn't trip in your pansexual gender doesn't matter to me, but I'm gonna leave them just because they feel as they're in their wrong body. I'm gonna leave them wait, but I'm not gonna leave. Okay, okay. I was trying to understand their process. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So you will try to help and understand what they're
But it's
going through.
also something I'd never wish on
You know
anybody
what I'm
else on
saying? Okay.
purpose.
For
It's
me,
great that you guys
I'm
all are,
disagreeing because it's
you know,
not the fact that I'm trans that I don't like. It's the discrimination that I
open-minded.
face that I don't like. The intersections that I hold, being black, being trans, you know, you find like discrimination comes at you in different ways. And so that's really what I could do without.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I just like hate, like everyone else is saying, is the discrimination, because it's the fact that like, oh, if I'm in a certain situation or oh, I'm somewhere, like I have to worry about my safety for like literally being like who I am in that sense. And it's like nobody should have to worry about like whether they're gonna like make it through something just for like being themselves.
That's facts.
Obviously, I don't think this will ever like
Just
go
being
away
themselves,
fully,
they
but
shouldn't be
as I was
threatened
like
for that.
coming out, it like I would like have times where I was like, God, I wish I wasn't like this. Like I wish I wasn't trans, because then like my life would be easier. I wish I was born a woman, or I wish that I was just like comfortable being male. And then I realized that like if I was born a female, like I wouldn't be a part of the LGBTQ community. I wouldn't have gone through the struggles that I have gone through, and like I would be a completely different person. And I love who I am, and so I don't think I would want to change that.
And that's a great point she makes. Hold on, is about to end?
And I'm proud to be trans.
Yes, that's a great point. Let's clap it up for them. They're so brave for coming up there.
Everybody on this side of me, please.
My nigga. Girl, if you don't get on somewhere, trying to take a picture,
Hey guys, I'm Michael. And I'm
Bro,
Jason.
we don't care.
Thank you.
Alright. Why did I pause on Jason looking like that? That's the end of that video. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna watch like 2 or 3 more.